I'm not, I'm, I real full name, Matthew Robert Kennedy, or as Chris calls me, Bob. Anyways, I want to tell you something. I am not just a YouTuber. I'm also what you saw, creator of what many people say, a comic book. I like watching this comic book, see it enough. But there's things you have to be born about the comic book. But this crazy old series one. The series actually is a crazy old that started out its comic book timeline in 1934. Back when its first issue first take place. 2. There are actually many events that actually take place before the comic books takes place. The third, this series does not have anything inappropriate, even though I learned you can't please everyone. Reason why I wanted nothing inappropriate about the series, well, I've already mentioned 19 it takes place, it's a comic book that started out as a comic book taking place in the 1930s. And of course, I am a Christian. So of course, as a Christian who is making a comic book, even I know that adding inappropriate stuff, comic book or not, is not okay. And certainly not necessary to add. Now, it's not just it's not just words, but any visuals that are inappropriate. Anyways, I just wanted you to get this important timeline. And just because, the reason why I sent this, just know that you're in good hands. I'll tell you enough details in this timeline so you understand what's important and what's not important. And what is the canonicity. Anyways, but out of the way, let's begin. So the timeline begins at 16 trillion years, where someone decided to name a place called Crazy World. Well, you guessed it, any crazy stuff would happen. But not at first the way he thought it would happen. See, he wanted crazy stuff to only happen when people are acting silly or are just over-exaggerated scary cats. But he didn't know that crazy bad stuff will happen. So he made the world, but he thought of a creature that he wants to make. So he made what we might think is called Marshmallow Man, but his real name is Boomdock. Anyways, Boomdock decided the first creature that he created, and with his help, he decided to make sure that Crazy World would be much more easier. The rules which would be nice, a lot more gentle to people, how quickly follow them. Not have too many things. Not have everything according to the rules, and of course, have the rules be their own thing, where it would be not too simple and not too hard to people to follow them. And finally, he wants to make sure that the rules will be easy enough so there won't be quickly be badly things happen. The last one didn't work, but we got it. That did eventually. So, with all this, and of course, several years after that, for 11 billion BC, the next creature that they have created was a mix of a spark, and they have used this creature. Now they have a bunch of sparks, and of course, with the spark humanoid, they split it into 4. Creating the protagonist, one of the antagonists of Crazy World and Leash, but they have to put them back together to create Mr. Strange. And what they help, they give Jerry on top, they give him a hat. And with this thought process, they help him figure out the research and how to do with this place. In 7 and 10 billion BC, they decided to think of a way and how to find a path to the humans, for both humans and creatures to walk. And so with a couple of humans following the way, they decided to build a place called Blockington Town. Where it would be a place of 3 things, all combined. And of course, with these 3 things, they decided that their plan had worked. But 17 million BC, they decided to figure out how they're gonna make a sign. And Mr. Strange had the right idea. Finding the piece of a spark, he actually lengthened the spark and actually turned it into a sign. And of course, cross both his fingers and imagine a wave. And that's how we got. And that's how he put the words in the sign that welcome people to this place. And to be very careful of what things they do. And of course, they liked it. Now the people who figure it out came up with another plan. And in 1 BC, they created another creature and they named it Lavender. And with this crazy world, their plan worked. And so, with Blockington Town, they decided to ask Lavender to go into Blockington Town and see what's going on. And with that, their plan worked. And in 0 BC, they fought. They fought for 20 days. What creature they should come up next. And that's when they figure out they should call them the Fearless Beast. Anyways, that was Crazy World Timeline Part 1. Part 2, we're going to focus on the formation of the Fearless Beast and how did that happen. See you next time. Bye.